Stop waiting for lightning to strike. It won't. You sit there, mind buzzing with ambition, but your hands are empty. You're scrolling through success stories, the overnight hits, the viral sensations, the founders who just knew. You've swallowed the myth that a truly original business idea is a single blinding flash of inspiration, a eureka moment that vaults you from your couch to the cover of Forbes. You're convinced that the perfect, unprecedented idea is out there, hidden just beyond the reach of your current imagination, and your only job is to wait for it, like a faithful dog waiting for a treat. Let me tell you the harsh, cold truth. The original business idea you're chasing is a phantom. It's the entrepreneur's version of a soulmate, a perfect, singular entity that will solve all your problems without requiring you to do the messy, hard work of building and iterating. This waiting game, it's not preparation. It's procrastination disguised as pursuit of excellence. You're a brilliant, insightful person. You look around and see 1,000 successful businesses, and your mind immediately finds the flaw. That's been done. That's too saturated. Someone else is already doing it better. You've trained your mind to be a critique machine, not a creation engine. You're addicted to the idea of a blue ocean, a pristine market with no competition. But you failed to realize that the most profitable waters in history are always the ones that are a little bloody. Here's a shocking truth you need to internalize. Your idea doesn't have to be original. It has to be better or different in one key way. Think about your favorite coffee shop. Did they invent coffee? No. Did they invent the chair you sit in? No. They took two ancient, done-to-death things, coffee and sitting, and added a tiny, almost imperceptible twist. Maybe better music, faster Wi-Fi, a punchier loyalty program, or a slightly less pretentious vibe. That slight change is the difference between an average income and a massive fortune. Your relentless search for novelty with a capital N is simply a defense mechanism. It's an excuse to stay safe, stay theoretical, and avoid the public embarrassment of launching something that might fail. Because if the idea isn't truly original, you can blame the concept itself when it flops, not your execution. This is the comfort of cowardice. I'm telling you right now, stop thinking about what hasn't been done. Start thinking about what has been done poorly. The most lucrative businesses are built on fixing a broken experience, not inventing a brand new one. You don't need a spaceship, you need a slightly better wheelbarrow. The money is in the iteration, not the creation. Find a product or service you hate using. Your bank, your delivery app, the way you book a doctor's appointment. That deep, personal frustration is your million-dollar muse. You don't need to change the world. You just need to make your corner of the world slightly less annoying. The takeaway? Originality is overrated. Optimization is where the money is. You hate the word saturated. It's your favorite 4-syllable excuse. You see 10,000 life coaches on Instagram and you will immediately declare the coaching market saturated. You see 100 different types of artisanal sourdough bread in a single grocery store and you decide that food is saturated. This isn't critical analysis, it's convenient self-sabotage. You use saturation as a blanket term to dismiss any market that requires you to actually compete, to fight for attention. Here's your next shocking truth. Saturation doesn't kill businesses. Uniformity kills businesses. Think about it. There are literally thousands of people who sell bottled water. Has that market been saturated since, well, the dawn of commerce? Absolutely. Yet you have Fiji, which charges 5 times the price for water that arguably tastes the same as your tap. You have Voss, which charges a premium because the bottle looks like a perfume container. You have Smart Water, which implies it's better for your brain because of some marketing wizardry about vapor distillation. They didn't invent water. They just invented a reason for a specific group of people to pay more for it. They took a saturated market and carved out a single profitable niche by being different, not original. Your fear of saturation is really a fear of inadequacy. You look at the titans in the industry and think, I can never beat them on price or scale. You're right, you can't. That's because you're trying to play their game. You are a startup, not an incumbent behemoth. You should not be competing on price, convenience, or volume. Those are the metrics of the established and the dying. You must compete on identity, specificity, and obsession. What tiny slice of the population is being ignored by the massive, saturated companies? What highly specific pain point are the big players too clumsy to solve? The big coach trains everyone. The successful startup coach trains burned-out single mothers transitioning from tech to wellness. The big bakery sells all bread. The boutique bakery sells gluten-free, high-protein keto baguettes for endurance athletes. This is the power of niche domination. You stop trying to sell water to everyone and start selling a very specific kind of premium alkaline electrolyte water to marathon runners only. You ignore 99% of the market to serve the 1% who are willing to pay a premium because you get their unique problem. You need to shift your focus from broad appeal to magnetic specificity. When you are specific, you are no longer competing with the 10,000 other generalists. You are competing with 3, maybe 4 other focused players. And in a battle of 6 focused rivals, your obsession will win. Here's the punchline. If a market is truly saturated, it means there is massive, proven demand. Stop seeing saturation as a wall. See it as a giant neon sign pointing to where the money already flows. The hard work of convincing people they need the product is already done. Your only job is to divert a tiny stream of that flow into your bank account by being exquisitely, magnetically, specifically better. You've stopped searching for the mythical original idea. You've accepted that saturation is just proof of demand. So what's holding you back now? The fatal flaw of the modern dreamer, the belief that the idea is 90% and the execution is 10%. That ratio is backwards. The idea is 10%. Execution, your gritty, relentless, detail-obsessed, iterative execution, is 90%. You probably have 3 incredible, viable business ideas floating around in your brain right now. You've dismissed all of them because you believe that if the idea isn't revolutionary, the execution won't matter. This is the last, most stubborn excuse you cling to. You think the genius must be in the initial stroke, not the daily mind-numbing labor of refining the product, serving the customer, and fighting for every single dollar. Here is the most cynical yet liberating truth of all. A B- idea executed with A+ obsession will crush an A+ idea executed with C- effort every single time. Look around. Most billionaires didn't start with an unprecedented idea. They started with a decent idea and an unprecedented work ethic and a freakish attention to detail. They saw a boring, average process and decided to do it slightly better, slightly faster, and with a slightly more memorable emotional experience for the customer. Think of a simple food delivery service. The idea? Delivering food. Done for centuries. But Uber Eats and DoorDash didn't win on the idea. They won on execution. They made the app faster, the tracking seamless, the payments smoother, the driver network tighter. They focused on the friction points, the messy parts of the process, and polished them until they gleamed. You need to switch your focus from what unique thing can I make to how can I execute this common thing in a uniquely obsessive way. Your daily mindset shift needs to be this. Stop viewing the process as a means to an end. View the process itself as the product. How you write your emails, how quickly you respond to feedback, the one extra detail you add to your customer's unboxing experience. These are your competitive advantages. Your dedication to the mundane, your refusal to cut corners where others falter, that is your moat.
The biggest secret of the wealthy and successful is not a patented blueprint. It's their refusal to be average at anything they commit to. They are execution fanatics. They treat every single customer interaction, every line of code, every marketing photo as a life or death decision. They are obsessed with optimizing the 90%. So stop waiting for the muse. Pick one of your saturated or done-before ideas today. Commit to it, and then execute it with a level of maniacal, focused intensity that makes your competition look lazy, complacent, and frankly, tired. That is how you turn a common idea into a billion-dollar reality. Your punchline is simple. The graveyard of business is filled with brilliant ideas that died from poor execution. Don't be one of them. Go be obsessed.